Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Oyetana Tarot channel. I'm going to be ready for you today about what to know in your career and finance at this time of your watching. Let's get right into it. So what should Sagittarius know about their career and finance at this time of their watching? What message do ancestors spirit want them to know about their career and finances? Warnings, instructions, messages, encouragements. Okay. I think someone let it come up. Okay, what else? All right, what else? Okay, what else? Ugh. Okay, we're gonna take them like that. Alrighty. So, and put it in frame so that you can see all of the cards showing up for you, Sagittarius. Okay. The Empress, the Magician, what else? Queen of Swords. The Emperor, oof, this is power. Unadulterated power. Which one is this? 4 of Swords, okay. 8 of Wands. And then you have Temperance. Oh, you have a lot of major arcana showing up for you. And strong cards. 8 of Cups. Strength. Oh, Sagittarius. You're pulling your own weight. Okay, so as you've seen laid out for you, you have quite a lot of major arcana cards. So your life is, you're probably going to be experiencing a lot of major events in your life, in your career, maybe a lot of turning points, a lot of instances where there are things that maybe you've been waiting on, life-changing events, life-changing activities that would occur for you, Sagittarius. They are here. You're really moving fast, Sagittarius. 8 of Wands, strength. You're pulling your own weight. You have the Emperor and the Empress showing up. You're in a position of leadership. I'm seeing major events, major bad bitch energy with the Queen of Swords and the 4 of Swords. You're very relaxed. You are in a place that you've dreamed of. You are finally in a place where you have worked hard for. What you've worked hard for is what you're getting. With the Queen of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the Magician card showing up for you, you have worked hard for this moment. So get ready to receive your laurels. If you haven't already, your laurels are here. Your accolades are here. Your recognition is here. With the Temperance card, you can see that the flamingo is standing on one foot. However, there is this certain level of assurance, even though it's just one foot, a high level of balance and tranquility. I'm seeing a great sense of tranquility here with the Temperance card, the Ace of Cups card, and the 4 of Swords card. I'm seeing a lot of movement, fast forward movement with the Magician card, the 8 of Wands card, and the Strength card. You're moving at a fast pace. You're moving into a new space. This is very job centric. This is very career centric. So you're going to get recruited for a job. You're probably going to get someone DMing you on LinkedIn or sending you an email with a job offer, and it will be all you've dreamed of. It will be all you've asked for. This is a position of power. This is a position of leadership. The Emperor and the Empress card with the Magician card and the Queen of Swords card. Prepare to be a leader. Prepare to take the role. This is maybe a magazine cover. You're probably going to get an interview. You're going to either be the face of a magazine, you're going to be the cover image of a magazine, or you're going to be interviewed by an industry magazine where you're going to share your thoughts. You're going to get a form of recognition, maybe a Forbes 30 under 30 type of recognition. Just a power move is what I'm sensing here. A great power move that you orchestrated, you worked for, you worked really hard for. You can see the Fox and the Magician card jumping into you in their element, right? And this is you. You have everything at your BS. You worked for it. The shadows are behind you. The new things are in front of you. And you're digging through the ground. I can see that you're making a home where you're at. You're leaving your print, your imprint in the place that you're at, what you have built. It could be that, okay, maybe you might be an author, you send queries and you've been waiting on editors and agents to get back to you on a story that is your baby. What I'm sensing here is maybe that's what's related with the magazine cover, an interview, magazine interview. What I'm sensing here is your queries will be answered and you will get into that imprint. So I'm sensing something about leaving your footprint. So you're probably going to get into that imprint. You're probably going to be published by that imprint, that publishing house that you so desire. Oh wow, the Empress, look at the position of the Empress, look at the way the Empress and the Queen of Swords looks like. There's this level of assurance. You're so self-assured. This is a great level of self-assurance, and you have all reasons to be, because all that you have worked hard for, all that you have done, all the strategies that you have made up until now is finally coming to fruition for you. You can finally achieve all that you desire, all that you want, all that you've been working so hard for, all that you've been gunning for. This is now. This is your moment. This is your moment now. This is the time to grab it. It's not even a matter of even needing to grab it. It's coming at you really fast. I think the pages of a book, the smell of new wood could be a new home. Not necessarily your new home, that you are a contractor, you are hired to be an architect, to make the blueprint. So you're very much involved in making this new home for this person, but this will improve your status at your firm. It's going to bring you a massive level of recognition. So I'm seeing here that you are a writer, you are an author, and that you're an architect, you are a contractor, you build worlds, you build places, you build homes, you build people. Trust yourself, you know what resonates. This is a high level construction, and it's coming with so much more. Yes, maybe even with the strength card, maybe that's part of the building something. And it's coming with a high level of speed. It's coming with a high level of increase. It's coming with a high level of growth. Maybe you finally be able to go to that highland you've been wanting to visit for a while. Maybe you've been wanting to go to Hawaii for a holiday. You can go now. You have enough money. Also, I'm sensing here that you're coming out of the winter energy into spring. So things are springing forth for you. This could actually be literal. So wherever you're at in the world currently, you might be in winter. It might be winter weather for you, and you're traveling to a place where there's just kind of like a spring vibe. Or it might be metaphorical in the sense that things were cold for you. Things were maybe a little bit hard for you. Not too hard, but not too soft. That's why you see the fox and the wolf, right? With the magician and the Queen of Swords energy, you had to just, maybe in some sense, bootstrap or dig deep into your savings to be able to keep your business afloat and going, to be able to pitch for that contract, to be able to send queries, to be able to have enough time to write that novel, or maybe even sacrifice your time where you had to be a nightingale, right? So moonlight as an author and go to your corporate job in the morning and just kind of shuffle your life, juggle it, but it felt like a shuffle because you didn't know what you were going to do in the next moment. You just shuffle through it and pick whatever works. So you were going through that for a while, and now what's happening for you now is that you're leaving that winter stage where you had to be overly prepared, had to change things, had to put on a different strategy and do things differently and hope against hope that it works, into this spring time where you are free. You can feel again, you can think again, and know that there's this certain level of confidence that you have where it's from the validation of your work, it's from the acknowledgement of the efforts that you put in, and the gratitude for the fact that the world sees you, knows you, acknowledges you, and rewards you for all of your sacrifices that you have made, Sagittarius. You can see with the Temperance and the Ace of Cups Those are the only birds in these illustrations, because the others are more like very grounded earth animals, and then you have the sky babies, even though flamingo is in water and all of that, but you know, the wings. So now and then you have that flightiness. There's a kind of flightiness where you don't need to be grounded too much for too longer. For so long, you have had to be very steady. Now you can be free spirited, right? Eight of Wands, Temperance, Ace of Cups, that's you being free spirited. And Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, that's you having the opportunity to not relax because you've put in the work. Strength, Emperor, Empress, and also in some ways this is telling you that all of the work that you're putting in now is going to pan out into a moment of bliss. Sagittarius, this is bliss I'm seeing here for you. This is an amazing reading. This is so splendid. You have 5 major arcana cards showing up for you: the Empress, the Emperor, the Magician, Temperance, and Strength. All of this signals that something major is going to happen in your life, and all your dreams, all of what you have dreamt about, are finally getting achieved. The Ace of Cups says there are many places for you to enter into the river, but this spot here, this is the best entry point you will find. Here, the water is not only calm and inviting, but it offers up everything you could ever wish for. Do you see? Do you see the magic of this moment? Do you see how all of your dreams are coming together and becoming a reality for you? The Ace of Cups is overflowing with possibilities. This outpouring of creative potential offers place to dream, heal, and create. You've dreamt, now you can achieve. And this reading, these cards are telling you that all that you have dreamt, all that you have hoped, all what you have pinned your hopes and desire on, are bringing them to reality for you fast. This is swift. This is sudden. This will feel so sudden. There are times where you've had to lie in wait. The Emperor's card, the Four of Swords card, also the Queen of Swords card showing this Temperance as well, where you've had to lay low, edge your bets, know when to take the risk, calculated risk. And all of this has added up to this very moment where your dreams are coming true. I'm also sensing something here about a pilot. I've heard author, I've heard contractor, architect, but there's also someone that is listening to this reading that's a pilot. Maybe you just started. But I'm sensing here that it's not commercial. The Eight of Wands energy, it's not a commercial thing. It's more like an additional skill that you have acquired in order to build your farmland. An additional skill. Let's see what this means. Ooh, 3 cards, my goodness. Okay, 3 cards. Let's see what the 3 cards mean. The 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, the Fool. This is a new career. Do you see that completion? I didn't even deliberately set the card like this, but this is how. Do you see how the mountain at the 10 of Cups entered into the mountain in the 8 of Cups, and it's like a yin and yang effect. And then you have the grasshopper and the Fool card just jumping off. Wow, this was so planned, but the cards are speaking. So 8 of Cups is basically you moving on from something, family legacy. 10 of Cups and building something, achieving something. But the 8 of Cups is telling you to move on because there's better ahead. So maybe there's a family business. Maybe farming is a family business of yours. It's a legacy. It's a legacy business. But you want to do something different. You want to go it differently. You want to be different. You can see here that the scenery has changed. Where in the 10 of Cups illustration, it's snowy. It's a snowy mountain. full with snow and frost and no greenery at all, really. And then you have the penguins. But with the Eight of Cups card, it's there's greenery. You can see the tree, and it's night time, unlike with the Ten of Cups where it's morning time. So you're evolving, and then you can see the shape of the fish in the Eight of Cups is curved, and in some way, if you look at the pattern, right, if you look at the angle at which the fish is jumping, it's curved towards the way the grasshopper is jumping and beginning something new. And then you can see the transition of it's moved out of the mountainous area, moved into the place where there's greenery but still mounted to familiar ground. But then now you have just grass and sunlight and a totally different terrain, so something new. So maybe this pilot of a thing, being a pilot, is your personal dream, but is you moving away from your family legacy of being farmers. Go for it. You're gonna succeed. You're gonna succeed at it. I can see it here that you're gonna succeed at this thing because you're meant to. You're meant to, and it's gonna work for you. Take the leap. It's important that you take the leap, particularly now, because the world is aligned for you. That whatever you do at this moment, you're going to succeed in it, and you're going to succeed in it rapidly. So make that change. Maybe you've been hiding this whole move from your parents. I'm sensing your parents, your family. You've been hiding the fact that you've made this career change. Or maybe they sponsored you to school, expecting that you come back to continue the family business of farming and all of that, and then you've gotten your license. Maybe they're even very much aware of the fact that you are training as a pilot and you have all the licenses, you're gathering the licenses as you go. Yes, maybe they're aware of that, but there's something that you've hidden from them, and that thing is that you do not want to continue in the family business. You want to branch out, you want to go your own way, you want to leap into a new world, and that's fine. And you if you need, it's fine. If you just need a signal, this is your signal to make that move, because it's going to work for you. You're going to be a badass pilot. It's going to be amazing. And I'm seeing here something about, it's not necessarily just going to be commercial, also maybe something military. Are you thinking of becoming a fighter jet pilot? If you are, go for it. It will work. Whatever you do at this moment, Sagittarius, at this time in your career, is going to be so successful, and you're going to get so much money for it. Either you're an author sending queries to editors, agents, you're going to get responses back, and your book is going to be bought, and you're going to be interviewed. Or you're a contractor trying to get houses and trying to help people build their houses. You're going to get such a huge deal. It might start out as doing one building and end up as doing maybe 10, 50, 100 from word of mouth, or even just from that particular business that you're going to work for, or that person. Or you're an architect, you're told to just work on this house with this person, or maybe even an interior designer. I'm seeing different types of careers, but all of it has to do with building something from scratch, building a world from scratch, or moving between worlds. Like the pilots, you're moving from one country to another, one season to another, from one continent to another, experiencing different cultures, experiencing different places, different people. Whatever it is, whatever you choose to do will be successful for you, Sagittarius. All right, let's see what the tea leaf has to say about your career and finance at this time. I got new cards. One of it is the tea leaf card. Let's see what the tea leaf has to say about your career and finance. For your career and finance, Sagittarius. Okay, couple cards. Oh, ladder, climbing towards success. Don't we just love that? I told you, whatever you do, you're going to be prosperous. You're going to be successful in your career. So you have ladder, and then you have wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. All right. Let's see what else. You have cup. You should accept valid criticism. Okay. Then Claw. Be careful, do not take risk. Okay, that's a warning. Okay, so earlier in the reading, I said something about you taking calculated risk and using it to lift off, right? But here you have Claw telling you do not take calculated risk, or do not take risk. It's not even about calculated risk. Do not take risk. And then you have the Wedge saying someone is trying to come between you and your friend or something you want. Let's see, why shouldn't you take calculated risk? I keep saying calculated risk, even though the clause says don't take risk at all. So let's see why. Why shouldn't Sagittarius take risk? So let's ask the oracle. I got new oracle cards as well. So let's see. Why shouldn't Sagittarius take risk at this time? What's up with that? Ooh, okay. It says teaching you to live in the present. To teach you to live in the present. Do not take risk. To teach you to live in the present. Okay. So don't take risk. To teach you to live in the present. Why? Let's get another card. Give us clarity on this. Okay. Couple cards. One card popped out and I took the other. So let's see what that has to say. To let you know you are enough. This one card that came out, and the second one says to help you find your purpose. I did say that maybe being a part of the family business is not something that you necessarily want to do, or the corporate job that you're doing is not necessarily what you want to continue doing for the rest of your life, or something is making you have this change in career, change in perspective, lifting off and lifting up from where you used to be to get to where you want to be. And this is because you want to find your purpose. But how can you find your purpose, and how can you know that you're enough? In order to achieve what you want is to live in the present moment, and to do that is to be very wise in the way that you operate and not take risk. Accept valid criticism, but know that surely and truly and surely you're going to climb towards career success. You're going to get this success, financial success, career success, whatever form it comes in is going to be fantastic for you. At the end of it all, Sagittarius, you're going to have a soft landing and it's going to be glorious. Just expect good news because it's coming, and it's coming fast. 8 of Wands energy. It's coming with all of your hopes and desires and making you achieve all of what you have hoped, and helping you find your purpose and become more of who you are, the true version of yourself that you're very satisfied with. So this has been your reading, Sagittarius. Thank you for watching Oyatana Tarot channel. I will see you in the next video.